Hello, my friend. This is Dr. Oliver, and I appreciate you taking a few moments with me today. If you're passionate about keeping your vision sharp and staying independent as you age, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications right now. Today, we're focusing on something even more often ignored: what you eat. To be exact, 3 tiny seeds that can quietly help and protect your eyes, especially once you reach 70. Let me ask you a question. Have you noticed your eyes becoming dry more frequently? Is reading getting more difficult even if you have the right prescription? Are you finding yourself squinting a bit more or feeling like the world is just a little blurrier than it once was? If any of that sounds familiar, you aren't alone, and it's not just your imagination. Here's what's actually happening. Your retina, the thin and delicate layer at the back of your eye, is starting to show some wear and tear. This is normal. After 70, the retina becomes more prone to harm: reduced blood flow, inflammation, and oxidative stress. But here's the real concern. The retina doesn't have pain sensors, so any damage occurs slowly and silently, until, suddenly, your sharpness of vision is gone. I've witnessed it many times. A patient comes in not because they're hurting, but because they've started to lose the ability to enjoy what they love. Whether it's reading the newspaper, recognizing familiar faces, or watching a film without straining. That's the real tragedy of vision loss. It sneaks up on you, and it takes more than just sight. It takes away your independence, your self-assurance, and your sense of connection. The good news: you are not powerless, and you don't need pricey supplements or risky treatments to start looking after your eyes. All you need is to understand what your body is quietly requesting and offer it the right support. There are 3 seeds, simple and affordable, that have been shown to help lower inflammation, enhance blood flow to your eyes, and support your tear production. They're easy to get, simple to use, and could quickly become a part of your daily routine. So stick with me. In the next few minutes, I'll explain each seed, what it does, why it works, and how you can begin using it right away. And if this is your first visit here, consider subscribing for more natural ways to stay strong, self-reliant, and healthy, one decision at a time. Let's start with the first seed, and why it's a hidden helper for aging eyes. Let me show you a seed most people ignore, but your eyes will be glad for: chia seeds. You've likely seen them sprinkled over yogurt or floating in popular drinks, but inside their small size is a powerhouse of nutrition, especially for your retina, which, as mentioned earlier, is one of the most sensitive and important areas of your eye. Here's why they're so valuable for older adults like us. Your retina is always in need. It needs oxygen, nourishment, and anti-inflammatory support around the clock. Yet, as we age, circulation slows, inflammation appears, and moisture, especially in the eyes, starts to fade. That's a combination that leads to vision decline. This is where chia seeds come into play. They're one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, especially ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. I know, that might sound a bit technical. Here's the simple explanation. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation inside your retina and can even support better blood flow to your eyes. That means they might help delay, or even prevent, age-related macular degeneration, a leading reason for vision decline after 70. And if you're like many of my patients who avoid fish or feel sick from fish oil pills, chia is a mild, natural alternative that doesn't conflict with most medications. But there's more. Chia seeds also provide natural antioxidants, including lutein and zeaxanthin, the very same nutrients found in premium eye supplements. These protect your eyes from oxidative harm, especially if you spend time outdoors, read under strong lights, or look at screens at night. Imagine them as tiny guardians, protecting your retina from daily stress. There's another benefit that often gets missed: moisture. Dry eyes become extremely common as we get older, and chia seeds, when you soak them in water, form a natural gel. That gel assists with hydration and can even support your tear film, making your eyes feel more at ease throughout the day. I've had patients share that their afternoon eye fatigue improved just by adding chia to their breakfast. Now, you might be asking, how do I use them? It's simple. You can stir a spoonful into your oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or soak them in water to make a mild chia tonic. one you can sip slowly in the morning. They have no strong flavor, and they're surprisingly versatile. But let me give one word of caution. Begin slowly. Chia seeds are high in fiber and soak up water like little sponges. Never eat them dry. Always drink enough water. If you're new to chia, start with just a teaspoon daily and gradually work up to 1 tablespoon. And if you're on blood thinners or blood pressure medications, talk to your doctor first. Chia can slightly affect clotting for some people. One of my patients, Edna, began adding chia to her oatmeal each morning. She's 76, has mild macular degeneration, and was constantly rubbing her dry, itchy eyes. After only 3 weeks, she shared that her vision felt more awake in the mornings, and she didn't need artificial tears as much. Her eye doctor even noticed less inflammation at her checkup. That's the power of one small routine done regularly. So when I say chia seeds are superfoods that suit seniors, I really mean it. They support your retina, fight inflammation, hydrate your eyes, and deliver nutrients your vision needs, all in one spoonful. And here's the best part. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet. Just add this tiny seed to what you already enjoy and let nature handle the rest. Now, let's move on to the second seed, one that's especially important for protecting your macula, the very center of your vision. If chia seeds are your retina's best friend, then flax seeds are the silent guardian of your macula, the small, central area of the retina that allows you to see fine details in life, like the smile on your granddaughter's face or the words on a book in the sunlight. And here's the hard truth. After age 70, the macula is one of the most sensitive spots in your entire visual system. It's where sharpness comes from in your central vision. And as it starts to fade, even simple tasks can become difficult. Reading menus, driving, following the words in a church hymnal. That's why I always remind my patients, protect your macula. And flax seeds, well, they're one of the most useful, affordable tools we have. Like chia, flax seeds are packed with a plant-based omega-3 called ALA. But flax has an advantage. It actually contains a bit more ALA per gram, which means even greater anti-inflammatory support for your eyes. That's key because inflammation is one of the hidden forces behind macular degeneration. The ALA in flax helps feed the photoreceptor cells in your macula. These are the cells that help you see detail, color, and contrast. When they're inflamed or not well nourished, your vision starts to lose its sharpness, almost as if someone turned down the clarity on a TV. But flax seeds have something chia doesn't, a compound called lignans. You might not have heard of that before, but lignans are rare antioxidants found in very few foods. And they do something special. They help neutralize free radicals in your eye tissues. That means less oxidative stress, better circulation, and stronger blood vessels. Especially crucial if your eyes feel tired or are sensitive to strong light. If you're still watching and want more natural tips like this, type 1 in the comments and hit the like button. It helps us know you're following and loving the info. Now here's something many people overlook. Your gut health actually affects your eye health. It's known as the gut-eye connection. When your gut is inflamed, your whole body is impacted, including the retina. Flax seeds contain soluble fiber that feeds your healthy gut bacteria. And when your gut is balanced, inflammation throughout your body, including your eyes, can be reduced. I've seen this happen with many patients. One of them, Mr. Harold, 74, used to complain about red, itchy eyes and sensitivity to light, especially when driving at dusk. He struggled to keep up with conversations in restaurants because of glare. After adding ground flaxseed to his yogurt each morning for a month, he noticed he wasn't squinting as often. His digestion improved too, and he said he simply felt clearer. His eye doctor saw less irritation around the macula during his next appointment. But, and this is key, flax seeds must be ground. Whole flax seeds pass through your body without being digested. You won't get the benefits unless you release the nutrients inside by grinding them. It's simple. Just use a coffee grinder or buy them already ground. Store them in the refrigerator to keep the oils fresh. As with any food high in fiber, begin slowly. A teaspoon a day is a good starting point. Increase to 1 tablespoon if your stomach tolerates it. And if you're taking hormone-sensitive medications or blood thinners, speak with your doctor first. Flax is natural, but it still interacts with your body in significant ways. What I love about flaxseed is how easily it blends into daily routines. You don't need a recipe guide, just sprinkle it onto cereal, mix it into pancakes, or stir it into soup. You'll hardly notice it's there, but your eyes will. This single seed helps protect your macula, calm inflammation, improve glare tolerance, and even support your gut, all of which affect how well you see, how comfortable your eyes feel, and how confident you are each day. Let's continue to a third seed, one that's often missed but might be the answer to soothing dry eyes and improving blood flow where it's needed most. Now, let's discuss one more seed. One you might already have in your kitchen cupboard, or maybe you used to munch on during a ball game. Sunflower seeds. Most people think of them as just a simple snack, but the truth is, sunflower seeds are some of the most underappreciated protectors of aging eyes, especially if you're dealing with dry, tired eyes or blurry vision by the end of the day. The special benefit inside sunflower seeds is their impressive levels of vitamin E, a strong antioxidant that helps defend your retina against oxidative stress. Imagine oxidative stress like rust forming on metal. Over time, it wears down your eye tissues, especially if you spend lots of time outdoors, at screens, or in bright, artificial lighting. Vitamin E helps slow that damage. It supports your central vision and may even help reduce how quickly age-related macular degeneration progresses. And here's the best part. You're getting it from real food, not a supplement bottle. But that's not everything. Sunflower seeds also contain healthy fats, the kind your eyes require to stay moist and comfortable. Many of my patients describe a gritty, burning sensation in their eyes by late afternoon. It's not just dryness, it's a breakdown of the tear film that keeps your eyes lubricated and protected. The mix of vitamin E, monounsaturated fats, and a touch of zinc helps encourage natural tear production, keeping your eyes hydrated even in dry air or during long screen use. And don't forget circulation. Your retina relies on tiny blood vessels to bring oxygen and nutrients. Sunflower seeds contain selenium and magnesium, two minerals that help those vessels stay relaxed and open so your eyes receive the nourishment they need. I had a patient, Joyce, who's 79, and still drives herself to church choir practice twice a week. Recently, though, she mentioned her eyes were getting cloudy by evening, and she felt a pulling sensation behind them after reading for a long time. We added just 1 tablespoon of unsalted sunflower seeds to her afternoon snack each day, sprinkled over Greek yogurt with some berries. Within 3 weeks, she said she didn't feel that tightness anymore, and she could drive at dusk without her usual eye strain. That's the kind of gentle transformation I see often. Nothing dramatic or instant, but real improvement from a small, regular habit. Now, of course, like the other seeds, sunflower seeds come with a few guidelines. Try to choose unsalted, shelled seeds if you're watching your blood pressure. If you have trouble chewing, use ground seeds or blend them into smoothies or baked treats. And as always, begin small if you have digestive sensitivities or a gallbladder issue. But in general, sunflower seeds are among the simplest ways to give your eyes a daily boost of what they need, without overhauling your whole lifestyle. You're not adding stress, you're adding support. And now, since we've explored all 3 of these seeds, you might wonder, how do I actually make this work in real life? Let's talk about that next. So now we've covered 3 easy seeds: chia, flax, and sunflower, each offering your aging eyes something unique, yet equally valuable. But here's the truth I want you to truly remember. You don't need to eat all 3 every day. You don't have to follow a rigid plan or change everything you're used to. You just need to create a steady weekly habit, one that gently supports your eyes from the inside. Because after 70, our vision isn't only changing, it's asking for help. You've likely noticed it: the extra effort when you read the mail, the dryness coming in after lunch, that cloudiness or glare when you try to drive at dusk. It's frustrating. It can even feel intimidating. And worst of all, it makes you wonder if this is simply how things will be going forward. But I'm here to remind you, it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to depend only on prescriptions or eye drops. Sometimes, the answer lies in the quiet, simple choices, like a spoonful of seeds mixed into your morning oatmeal, or a handful tossed into your afternoon snack. I've seen patients regain a sense of clarity they thought had disappeared forever, not because they did anything extreme, but because they did one small thing regularly. One gentleman I worked with, Albert, was 81 when he first visited me. He had dry, uncomfortable eyes and trouble focusing while reading. We didn't overhaul his entire diet. We simply added ground flaxseed to his yogurt 3 times a week and sunflower seeds to his lunch salad. That's all. After 4 weeks, he shared that reading felt easier. His eyes weren't burning by the evening, and maybe most importantly, he felt optimistic again. That's what this is really about. It's not just nutrition. It's reclaiming a little control in a world where aging sometimes makes you feel like you're losing it. Your eyes are still with you, still working hard every day. And they respond to care. Not perfect care, just steady, thoughtful support. So here's what I'd like you to do. Look at what you already eat. Find one way to add chia, flax, or sunflower seeds this week. Maybe it's breakfast. Maybe it's a snack. The choice is yours. Make it your own. Because with time, that one simple habit could do more for your vision than you ever imagined. In our final section, I'll share a few closing thoughts and a message every senior should hear. If you've listened this far, I want to say thank you, sincerely. It shows you care about your health, your independence, and protecting your vision, not just for yourself, but for those you love. Because let's be honest, when our eyesight begins to fade, it changes everything. It's harder to stay connected, harder to feel sure of yourself, harder to enjoy the small things that once brought us happiness. But the message I hope you remember from this video is simple: you are not powerless. With a few small choices, adding a spoonful of seeds to your breakfast, staying consistent with what you eat, paying attention to how your eyes feel, you can start to shift things. You can feed your retina, ease the inflammation, support tear production, and most importantly, you can show your body it's still worth caring for. I'm not here to promise miracles, but I have seen what small, steady routines can accomplish over time. I've seen eyes become more comfortable, vision stay clearer longer, and people feel more in control just by making these seeds a regular part of their week. So wherever you are in your journey, whether you're just beginning to notice changes or you've been managing eye issues for years, I want you to keep this in mind. It's never too late to support your vision, never too late to start caring, never too late to feel hopeful again. And if this video gave you something useful, maybe a new idea, some direction, or even a bit of encouragement, I'd love for you to support this channel. Click subscribe so you won't miss future videos. Share it with a friend or loved one who could use it. And if you've already tried chia, flax, or sunflower seeds, or plan to start, leave a comment below. Tell me how it's going, and your story might inspire someone else to begin. This is Dr. Oliver, reminding you, health isn't about being flawless, it's about being present. Care for your eyes, care for yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.